Today's topic is how to go over obstacles with the e-bike. Let's go.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back.
So what's the difference between a normal mountain bike and an e-bike? Of course the difference is the weight, which makes it way harder to do bunny hops with an e-bike. That's why in order to go over obstacles you have to use the pedals and be properly aligned with the bike position to go on the obstacles and of course then going off the obstacle. The most important thing is just to keep your seat as low as possible and not to have it high, just because in that way you have more freedom to move with your body on the bicycle. Whenever you're doing bunny hops, it's really important to have a lot of air pressure in the fork and in the shock, because that helps in jumping and doing higher bunny hops. But in this case, to get the front wheel up, you're actually using your pedal, and which means that it doesn't really matter to have a lot of air pressure in the fork. But of course, for the second step, whenever you get the rear wheel up, having a little bit of more pressure in the rear shock helps a little bit, even though the most important thing is still movement you're doing with your legs. So the movement is very close to what you're doing whenever you're doing a stoppie. So you're trying to tilt your ankles, you flex your knee, you push on the rear shock, and then at the same time you turn a little bit your wrist, and then you do like that without using the front brake. Especially with an e-bike, it is very important to pull the handlebar and pull the front wheel up with the weak foot in front, which means that you're not doing like this, so you're not coming with the strong foot in front and doing this thing, but you are actually doing this. So with the weak one, you're going and then you go up. It is also very important to know the distance when you have to pull your handlebar and to pull up the front wheel. And it is about 25 to 30 centimeters from the obstacle. At that point, you have to pull with your hands, with your handlebar, and pull up the front wheel by using also technique on the pedals and go on the obstacle. I know, guys, that in the beginning we feel way worse to try to go on obstacles with your weak foot in front, but believe me, that's the only way to scale up the game and to really go on high obstacles. Because otherwise, if you trying to pull up your front wheel with the dominant foot, you will lose all the speed because of the charge back of the pedal whenever you're trying to go on the obstacle. In this kind of technique, speed doesn't really matter compared, for example, to the bunny hops. This is the reason why I would suggest to try with the Eco Mod, or even to just try with the e-bike with the motor off. You can just start from about 5 meters from the obstacles. You don't have to be too far and especially too fast. Whenever you are about 30 centimeters from the obstacle, with your weak foot, you pull the handlebar and you get the front wheel on the obstacle. Whenever the dominant foot is on the obstacle, you jump with your body and then you get the rear wheel and the overall bike on the obstacle. And now you're ready to take it to the next level.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn bad. I gotta keep on chugging.